Hey, how impressive is it to watch Joe Flacco play, coming off the couch, driving his kids around and all that stuff he talked about early in the year, and then now how productive he is being on the field? Like, could you describe how difficult that might be to someone that doesn't really understand that?
I don't think anybody can understand it unless you realize how difficult it is when you get older, just to kind of stay in shape. If you're not working, I'm assuming he was working, but to not have any training camp, any off season, and to just come in off the couch and be able to play like he's played. I look at the first game he played, and I feel like they went right down the field on one of the first drives, if not the first drive, and he threw a kind of classic Joe Flacco one ball for a touchdown, and that probably got him going pretty good. But Joe is one of the prettiest throwers of the football I think that I've seen in our time. He's got kind of that longer delivery, but the ball comes off nice. You watch what Coop did in the game. I mean, he was fantastic. 265 yards receiving is ridiculous. But Joe has always been a great deep ball thrower, and he had a couple, obviously, dimes. Look at that, just like deep out. Here's the awesome throw. Put some top on it, and then letting Coop just use his body and make a play. Always been a fan of Amari's, and happy for Joe. I don't really know Joe personally. I've kind of run into him a few times over the years, but always am told that we would be friends if we spent time together, for whatever that means. So,
Joe dabbles with ayahuasca.
Well.
Maybe that's what he was doing the whole first half of the season.
Could have been.
Plants.
Could have been.
Yeah, not 100% sure. We've talked to Joe Flacco before. How'd it go?
Yeah, he basically just said, "Hey guys," and then that was it.
Yeah, somebody was doing our show from a building, Denver.
Yeah, it was Denver. Yep.
It was Brandon McManus was doing our show in Denver from like the Players Lounge. Like we FaceTimed him randomly, and he was like, "Yeah, a couple of the boys are here. Joe's here." We're like, "Joe's there? Flacco's there?" He turned, and Flacco goes, "Hey guys," and then he just walked off.
Yep.
It was like Flacco's on the show. Flacco's been on the show. We don't know him at all either.
So cool.
What's that?
Joe Cool. Yep. Joe Cool, man. This is so cool.
I don't think he talks to anybody. Even when he was at Baltimore, right, for so long. I don't think there's a lot of, he just kind of handled his business. He said, I guess it's allegedly come out, I don't know if he said it, that whenever you got injured, he called the Jets and was like, "Hey, is there any interest?" They said no. So, like, I assume the Jets aren't the only team in which his agent or he reached out to. It's like, nobody wanted this guy either. He thought there was a chance maybe it was over. It's been fun to watch that. A lot of good stories in the NFL right now. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Joe Flacco should have been in a Browns uniform years ago. Obviously, hindsight is 20/20, but he's proven week after week to be an absolute dog. I haven't been this optimistic about a playoff push ever in my life. Even with half the squad on IR, hashtag Browns. Feels like Mark is an overreacting guy, AJ Hawk.
No, but don't you feel like, hey, I feel like this is the perfect time and place for Joe Flacco. If this was a couple years ago and Joe was on the team, we don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have the same magic to it. So I think Joe's exactly where he should be, and it's right at the perfect time.
And Deba, Joe Flacco's enjoying the hell. He said he feels like a 10-year-old with these boys.
Yeah, he's spinning it. Great athlete still. And he's 38, so he's not that old. We see quarterbacks playing into their 40s now. So 38 has some time off, and like AJ said, perfect situation.
His arm is as live as ever, right?
Yeah.
But sorry to cut you off. His arm feels like it's
rope.
It's unbelievable. Like I said earlier in the show, like that dude is putting the ball on a rope.
I'm sure that rest, not getting all them reps, not throwing, just chilling, now getting thrown in the middle of the season. He's in perfect shape right now.
What has Aaron told us about throwing the ball? I'll always be able to throw a ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe Flacco, like always, right? Super strong arm. That's like what he's kind of
done it. Some guys when they throw, it looks like they got to like torque their whole body. He's Joe Cool. It's like just super smooth all the time.
Yeah, he is Joe Cool.
Like
True. I don't think I'm being sarcastic at all, because long rivalry with the Steelers, watched a lot of Joe Flacco in my life. This is by far the best he's ever been.
Yep.
In the regular season.
Even the Super Bowl run.
I don't know about that.
Do you see some of those balls, though, Mari?
Yeah.
Not that he didn't do that in the past, but it's like right now, it's like everything he's doing is good.
Yeah.
He would always give you one, too, which I guess he did a couple weeks ago. But
no, he had two this last. I think he has like 6 or 7
Yeah,
he's thrown 7 picks.
He will give you some.
Well, if you live in the paint, you're going to get dunked on eventually. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And maybe it's because we're victims of the moment every time, all the time. It's Overreaction Tuesday now instead of Overreaction Monday. And then we'll overreact tomorrow as well to something. But it's like, yeah, Joe Flacco looks better than he's ever looked.
Yep.
That's how I genuinely feel. Why not the Browns? Why not?